Welcome to the Breakdown Live, here with John Cheney,
Shawn Knapp,
and Pat LoBianco here at Frogger's Bar and Grill in beautiful Altamont Springs. Hey, wait a minute. What do we got here? You're not John. You're not Shawn. This is Alan.
We're better looking, actually.
This is Alan and Scott. Alan Claw from the Orlando Predators and Chum from the Jacksonville Sharks we got on it.
Hey,
See, we can all get along. We can all get along here.
sometimes.
Sometimes, depends. On field, off field, we'll see what happens.
It's great to have you guys on the show tonight. This is awesome.
It's fun.
Hey, I know that a lot of the fans want to know. Do you guys get along off the field?
Off field, yeah, great. I mean, a lot of field. When we get on the field, we kind of mess around with each other, but off field, we'll definitely talk. We'll have a few beers. We got Mini Claw here hanging out.
You also got what, Little Chum out there now?
Little Chum, yeah, she's out there playing pinball, I think.
And who is Little Chum?
Aria, my daughter.
Chum, Scott, how long you been doing Chum?
Since season 1, I had a little time break off when I had my daughter, but been doing Chum for a while, doing mascot work for many years also. I've been doing character work probably since '99. So.
Yeah. And Alan.
Well, I would say, my first year, I built Claw in 93.
In 93.
93. He first appeared in 94. So, yeah, it's just a couple of days.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Just a couple of seasons. Just a couple of seasons. That's awesome. How did a lot of people I want to know, how did you come up with the Chum character?
It was actually through the organization. They pretty much went through it. I didn't really come up to myself. I just kind of was there and filled the suit. When they asked me to do it, I was like, sure, let's go. And I jumped in the suit. Prior to that, the Jacksonville Giants, the ABA basketball team. I mascotted with them, and they can't play in the same arena at the same time, so I was like, sure, I'll do both. So.
There you go.
It's kind of fun.
Claw.
Yeah.
Alan, what do you got on your lap right there?
He's fun. We actually used him in a video in the early 90s. We did a spoof on Little Penny and did him, Little Claw, as a video. It was a lot of fun.
Speaking of a Little Penny, my wife still has a Little Penny doll in the box and everything at the house.
Yeah, it's very valuable these days.
We don't have one of those. How can I get one of those?
Yeah. Oddly enough, it took almost as much effort to make him as it did for me to make me. I know that sounds weird, but...
and the thing there that a lot of people don't realize with you, Alan, is you created Claw and you designed it, but you also designed numerous mascot out there, right?
Right. There's a few college mascots out there. There's films that we've worked in, commercials. I build them for a little bit of everybody. I mean, UCF. Bill Nitro. I'm on my 10th Nitro now.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, I stay busy building mascots.
Let's see, any questions here? What's up, everybody? Reggie Parker calls my brother, of course. Tom Traver's out there. Love the license plate. License plate's getting props right there, Vic. Thank you from
like Vanna Off-White.
Do what now?
I'm like Vanna Off-White. You know?
Yeah. But that's okay too. That's all right too. But now, Scott, do you live here in Orlando, or did you come down?
No, I live in St. Augustine. Right before school starts, so my daughter wanted to go to SeaWorld, so we had to go hang out with the Sharks after that win.
Okay. You had to bring it up. There it is.
I did not
hear it.
I'm here.
I wasn't there, so it never happened.
Okay, good call.
That's okay. No. I'll be one of the first to congratulate you, in making it into the championship. Good
I'm
luck
excited
to you.
for it.
Good luck to you. You guys got a hell of a team.
And I gotta say too, I'm to everybody. On the NAL, all the fans from Carolina to, I could say San Antonio, everything else, even to us. I love coming to your guys' games just because your fans are awesome. Everybody here right now too. So welcoming. I appreciate you guys.
No doubt.
For the work that I do. I appreciate the fans in general, because if not for you, we wouldn't be there anyways. But also just the welcoming you guys give me with going that way. Even when you guys come to our stadium, I love it when you guys are there. I love seeing you, coming over and messing with you guys. Again, the popcorn thing is always fun. But anytime you guys do, especially when you guys are doing your new league, I'm definitely down to come over and watch some games, come hang out with you guys that way, and who knows? Maybe Cham will make an appearance over there to those games and see what
Absolutely.
happens.
I'm sure you'll be welcome.
I'll have to get an oversized pred mask for Chum. That's what we got to do.
That's going to be a big.
That's gonna be
Big
a
mask.
big mask. That's a fact.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That sounds like a challenge.
Hey, let's do it.
Well, hey, let's throw it. IT John's got something coming up here, so I'm going to throw it to you right now. You ready? Go.
Hey,
We're back.
How great was that, man?
Hey, we want to thank Chum and Claw for being on, and it's all about trying to have some fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
But we wish Chum all the best in their playoff game coming up.
congratulations,
Yep.
right?
Absolutely.
Congratulations
Without a doubt.
to Jacksonville. Congratulations to Carolina in the championship game.
Carolina.
We wish you guys the best.
Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for Greg Myers. Is he here? Greg Myers make it?
Greg, you in the
Greg
house?
Myers here?
Is Greg
Greg.
Myers in the
He
house?
didn't make
Greg
it?
Myers.
No, Greg Myers didn't
I
come.
don't see him.
All right. I left the seat open for you, Greg. I know you got a lot of changes you could tweak for us, and you got you know what's going on. So,
All right,
you're
Greg.
welcome to any show. And
We gave you the chance to be on
Yeah,
it.
we invited you last week. I invited you again this week. So,
All right.
All right, we'll move on.
Yeah, we'll move on from that.
Guess we need to let people know who's not here and why they're not here.
Well, Herky's not here because I suggested he not be here tonight. We didn't, for what we're talking about and stuff, there's no need.
And there was no practice, no need for him to drive all the way down
Yeah.
where he lives to come in for this. So, yeah.
But we're going to take a bunch of questions tonight. We're going to answer a lot of questions that some people may not know. And I'm going to give a little insight to some things that went on, only because next year, that shit ain't happening. A lot of things are going to be changed and aren't going to be allowed. We're going to be in a whole new league. We're going to be playing on a different level. But, we had some great players on this team this year that gave their all. And I appreciate everybody who played on the Predators. But we did, I want to bring up what happened in the beginning. So, Nate's here.
Yeah,
He's in the
let's-
audience,
let's-
Nate's here tonight.
Hey, Nate.
Bring Nate
We
on.
wanted to
Looking
bring
all
Nate up,
dapper.
but Nate's all, he's shaking
Come
his
on
head.
up, Nate.
I don't
Come on up,
want to
Nate.
go up there.
Come on, Nate.
I'm going to give you my chair, Nate.
We have to put Nate on the
Come on.
spot.
Come up.
That's how we
Hey,
get Nate
can
up
you
here.
hop up for a little bit? Let Nate hop
I
in
am
here.
I'll be more
And,
than happy to.
We're going to talk about how it began. And I mean how this year began, and then
The meaning,
That's kind of how it ended.
the meaning of life.
where we kind of went wrong. So I'll hop up for a little
I
bit,
am.
let
As
Nate
soon as
on.
he comes
So
over here. Oh,
come on in here, Nate. All right, there's Nate. Yes, he's still here. He's
See
still
that? Look
alive,
at that.
Right?
He's sitting
After all the
upright.
surgeries and blood pressure that I don't even want to talk about.
Yeah. I was so worried about you. What I do? I told you, don't even watch the game, right? Just watch Seinfeld reruns. Keep that blood pressure
So
down.
while the game was going on at Jacksonville, Shawn was sending him like Barney pictures and stuff, trying to just calm him down so his blood pressure didn't go up.
We were actually watching the Terminators.
But okay, so Now, you correct me if I'm wrong here, Nate. So, during the season when the Albany chaos started and they collapsed, Shawn, Nate's friends with Mike up there.
Mike
and,
Bordas.
he was talking to Mike about the players, and we thought it was a great idea to bring the 4 players down, maybe 5, and to bring Coach Ware down. Coach Ware was to call the offensive plays and be on the field. Well, when we did that, it was kind of a rush thing. Herky was on the phone. We were trying to explain to Herky what was going to go on, and he didn't know anything about it. We were just involved in it, trying to make it happen, and it kind of got ugly.
Foobarred.
Yeah, it got a little foobarred the day it happened.
In all honesty, it was like 48 hours.
Yeah,
and
but
then things were going to get sorted out later.
We were hoping to sit down, talk to Herky, but it didn't happen that way. It was like quick flowing, instantaneously, and so that's how that happened. And when you take a head coach and you tell him these 4 players are coming, they're on your team. This is your offensive coordinator. He's calling the plays. To be honest, it was a little tough. It would have been tough for me. I've coached for 28 years. I would have been like, what are you talking about? But we felt it was in the best interest of the Orlando Predators to grab these 4 players, grab Coach Ware, and bring them in. Right?
We thought we were going in the right direction.
We thought we were
honestly.
doing the right thing. Now, in hindsight, probably shouldn't have done it because it never gelled. No one ever gelled. At that point, from then on, it was like the Orlando Predators and the Albany Predators. It was never cohesiveness, which you have to have on a team. You have to go to battle for your brothers. You know how it is. That you feel everybody's a part of this team. Some people thought people were getting special treatment, and it just snowballed, and we tried to control it, and it was always out of control. It was always something.
It never worked out. It just didn't work out.
And, we put a coach in a bad position once it never worked out, and then we put players that were
On both sides
that were aggravated.
Yep.
We brought in 4 great players. I'll tell you
paper, how'd
that.
they look, Nate?
They're great players, but if you don't jive with the rest of the group and the rest of the group don't jive with you, and some did. Some didn't. And now I'm going to fast forward to Saturday's game. You heard a lot of talk, what happened, what didn't happen. All right, so we had 3 players and a coach get there at 5:10. We're supposed to be there at 3 o'clock. That started a whole chaos in our locker room before the game ever kicked off. And so now you already had the aggravation of the players there. And then the players coming in that thought they did nothing wrong, and it just snowballed from that point on. And, I lost it in the locker room. I was yelling. Shawn started it, though. I'll admit that. Shawn started it, and then
It was just
I
bad timing
continued
when they
it,
walked in.
and I was pissed. And then I came out to the field and didn't know that after that, something else happened. And it wasn't Barney. It wasn't Barney. It was Cato. And I didn't know what happened between Cato and another player and the argument and stuff like that. I just heard about a sandwich. But to me, it doesn't matter what happened. Cato did not go on the field and wouldn't play. And
that
to me,
wasn't our choice.
And that was not our choice. That wasn't our coach's choice. He wouldn't do it.
Yep.
And to me, as a coach for 20 years, you'd have to break my arm, break my leg, do something to make me not get on that field. And that's what I was upset about. And at halftime when I went in there, because I didn't know nothing about it till the play started, and I saw our backup quarterback in. I was like, where's our starting quarterback? Where's Cato? He won't go in. And that's how that went down. Now, you know, the truth about the rest of it, yeah, I got into it at halftime because I just felt that if he didn't want to play, and he needs to get out of our locker room, and that's what I did.
Out of our uniform and our locker room.
I you know, and it's just me being an athlete and me thinking about the other players. If I was there playing, how I would do it. You know what I mean? How would I treat them? And by me not playing, it just don't make any sense to me. Now, Cato may have his own reasons, but to me, you got other people there that you're concerned about.
Relying on you.
And that's how it is. He's a competitor and all that, but it's just we had a breakdown, and that's how basically the season went for us. You know?
So there was 2 breakdowns live this week.
Yeah. There was actually 2 the same day. And to come out of you know, to be in a playoff game and have the animosity going on at 5:15 before a game was the worst possible thing we could do. I was hoping when we went out there, you know, on Saturday, when they got there, that they were going to put everything behind them for the game and really play
For pride.
Yeah, for themselves too. You know what I mean? And not worry about all the craziness that happened before and say, look, we got 2 games we have to play. Let's do this. But being 2 hours late and being what happened, it started the whole downhill before we ever got on the field. Now, I know Pat's going to have a bunch of questions. Nate, what do you got? Go ahead, Nate. I want
There is one thing that's been bothering me that I want to clear up. There's been a bunch of posts with these armchair quarterbacks out here making posts all over Facebook about our general manager not knowing talent that
He
we're
got
bringing
fired.
in. Let me tell you something. Me and John and Mike Horta thought it was in the best interest of the Predator organization to bring in the players that we brought in and the coach. And I tell you what, they were our top-notch players.
Yeah. No,
Hands
great
down,
players.
Prince and all them guys, we were blessed to have them on our organization. But that was the only decision that me and John has made in this season as far as any plays, as far as bringing in players or any of that. Other than that, we have let Coach Herkey and the other coaches make 100% decisions on what went on that field and in the locker room. We never interfered, not one bit. We always told Coach, you are the head coach, you are in charge. The only interference that me and John ever did was just to bring in them Albany guys, which we were blessed to be able to bring them in. So I wanted to clear that up for all the haters out there that want to keep slamming Shawn, that want to keep slamming John, want to keep slamming me. You know what? You guys think what you want to think. We did what we thought was best for the organization.
Yep.
So,
And
whether it was right or whether it was wrong, that was the choice that we made. And I want to thank Mike Horta for helping us out, getting them down here to get this, you know, to do what we did. So,
Just didn't work. It was an experiment, just didn't work.
yeah, you got to be able to gel. And if you're not able to gel, then it just doesn't work out.
And again, that was both sides.
and we learned a lesson that I would never do it again, and I hope I'm never in a league where a team doesn't continue the season. But to bring in the players and even great players, and I want to give kudos to Prince for playing quarterback.
Yep.
Not a quarterback. He jumped in, did his thing. He's a competitor, you know what I mean? But, you know, when you're going to have some rules, and just because somebody breaks a rule doesn't mean I can break a rule. And if that starts to happen, everything breaks down.
Yeah.
And there's one more thing that I want to say. If it wasn't for this man down at the end of the row right here, we would not have had a season. So I want everybody to give John a huge applause for pulling this season out for us. So,
You know, and thank you. I mean, but you know what I mean? Nate, you know what I mean? We've been partners, and we tried to get through this. And you had a lot on your plate over the last couple of years, and everybody knows it here. And I appreciate you. And but thank you for that. We made it through the season. Well, you know where we are at. But there was a lot of things we did to try to make it better, and they backfired. You know what I mean? Looking back, you know, you would say maybe you brought in one Albany player, then next week another Albany player. By us bringing in 4 and a coach, you know, like to be honest, Jacksonville, they have a bunch of Albany players.
Yeah.
You know, they have a bunch of, but they brought in one here, one there, and it was no big deal. It was no big deal. But by us bringing in 4 at one time and a coach, that changed everything. And then nobody talks about us losing Bain as a quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if we had Bain as a quarterback, I don't care who we were playing, it would have been different,
Yeah.
without a doubt. You know, but nobody even talks about that one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He is unbelievable. And yeah, and a shout out to Hess. You know,
Hess gave it
was
his
hurt.
all.
You know, Hess got hurt early in that game, and just kept trying to play because he knew
No other
we had
quarterback.
nobody. We had nobody else to play, and which was sad.
Yep.
And I tell you what, Hess has so much potential for being as young as he is, just starting off in arena football. I tell you what, this kid's got a long way. He's got a good road ahead of him. I'm telling you what.
He's got to learn. He's got to learn some things, and then he also has to learn that when he does make a mistake, that plays past us. Nothing you can do about it. You need to move forward. You know. And that's from being young and not playing in this league for that long.
And all of our guys that went out there and played their hearts out, did the best they could under the circumstances.
Exactly.
We thank all of you because you did a fantastic job and going out there and you know, that's adversity and that's what you got to overcome.
Hands down, without our players, I mean, they're the ones that make it and break it. They were out there. They've definitely given it their all for us.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna bring up the Herky Walls situation. So, you know, Ware called the plays on the field, and Herky did not change the plays at all. I was there. I was next to him. Heard them calling it on the field, and Herky did not change the plays. Now the last 2 games, though, Herky was on the field calling the plays, and well. We lost Cato in the first, got a concussion in West Texas. You know what I mean? He was out. And then he didn't play the second game. You're starting with your backup quarterback. So he was not put in a good position there either to be on the field calling. But to let everybody know, Herky Walls did not change the plays for the games that Ware was on the field.
And vice versa. They both.
And then Ware
They
didn't
both did
change
it.
the plays when Herky was on the field the last 2 games. So all the people I'm just trying to straighten everything out, letting everybody know the facts. But I can tell you, moving ahead, we will not put a head coach in that position. It will be different. Every player will be held accountable. And if somebody thinks that they not stepping on the field, they're off the team. When we ride that bus home, when they get off the bus, they're off the team.
Yeah.
That's it. We're not going to take none of that stuff. We're going to straighten all this out and get back to where we need to be.
Yeah.
Now, on a good note, there's players on this team that played their hearts out and phenomenal, and just, you know what I mean? They just they couldn't get it without help.
I'm going to be honest with you. I love each and every one of these guys. Over the years, since me and Kenny Mack started this, I have created one heck of a bond with a lot of these players. And you got these players that keep coming back year after year and giving their blood and sweat for us.
Yep.
Trying to make us move forward. And I tell you what, my heart goes out to each and every one of them. I love it. You know, it's hard not to love them. And even if they get traded, we're all going to cross paths one time or another.
Yep.
Whether they go to another team, we're always going to cross paths. So, I mean, we always got to keep that good blood going.
Yep, and I wish all the best to the two teams playing in the championship.
Yep.
You know, Jacksonville
and Carolina.
Carolina. Two, I wish the NAL all the luck in the world. I hope they succeed in their league that they're, putting together with the other teams. And we look forward to the AFL for the Orlando Predators for what's coming up. I know I hear all the stuff, all the bad stuff. But look, say we have 12 teams. We're way better than 5. Okay? We're way better than 5. And we got a lot of stuff we plan on doing. But they announced 16 teams. And after 16 teams, you could go to Orlando, they'll go, I don't know that they're going to the AFL. You know what I mean? We haven't talked to everybody, told them, the city, this, that, and all that, the AFL is here. We're just changing, But I think it's going to work out for us. It's going to be the old days, and it'll be great. Laura wants to know if she was coming back right now
I don't know.
officially.
We'll have to pull straws on that.
I think I could say, as officially right now, Laura's the only one coming back. Shawn and IT John and them. We'll work on everybody else to see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm just glad he's sitting up straight.
What else you got? I mean, I'm sure I'm going to take questions, and I try to answer everything I possibly can before you ask me the question. Because if you ask a stupid question, I'm going to give you a stupid answer. But you can ask me anything you want.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm going to be getting up out of here, but I do want to say one thing.
What do you got?
I do wish the best of luck to both teams that are in the championship.
There you go.
I love Rob Storm. I love all the guys on the team there. Jason Gibson and all the other guys. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hope Sharks take this one. And it all goes to Jason Green, in memory of Jason, the Green Machine.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's where my heart's at right now. So
that'd be nice.
So
That'd be
with
nice.
that said, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for standing behind us this year. We've had our ups and downs, but you guys have been our backbone. You guys have been strong, and you guys have been faithful. And we can't ask for any more than that. So God bless you guys, and thank you all very much.
All right. Good job, boss. See you.
Let's go to the GM thing while they're changing out. So there's the GM in our league. They don't pick players. They don't watch film. They don't do that in the NAL. That's not what Shawn is hired to do. Shawn's hired to make sure the daily operations go, meaning buses, airfare, making sure the players are getting fed while we're on an away trip, hotels, all that stuff, payroll. Everybody got paid, so I don't want to hear anybody whining they didn't get paid. Maybe one, but besides that, we took care of everything. He did everything he was supposed to do. So when they say the GM didn't, I laugh my ass off because you have no idea what you're talking about. But it's good. If you guys didn't say stupid stuff sometimes, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about on the Breakdown Live.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So I'm good with that.
It'd be a
As far as
15-minute
the
show.
announcer at Jacksonville, hey, have a good time. I get you had fun. I did think it was funny as hell when you looked at Shawn and you said, hey, GM, I saw that. That made my day.
That was good. Listen.
That was
what?
funny. You said watch the Breakdown Live. I was pretty excited about that. And then I looked at Shawn and you go, hey, GM, I saw that. That was funny.
But he didn't see
game.
the other 3 times. But that, in all honesty, I was screwing around with crazy. That was in jest. Yeah, it was towards you, but in a fun way. I was surprised you saw it, but yeah.
But in jest, our fans
no.
weren't attacked like they were the game before.
No,
without
yeah,
a doubt.
Yeah,
it
was much better.
Yep,
the fans
were good.
more courteous, and no, we didn't hear from our fans that were there. Of course, there was half as many there as before, but none of them had a problem that we heard of, and we'd rather you take it out on us than have fans take it out on our fans.
And another thing is, of all times for that to happen is, 1, a playoff game, and 2, against Jacksonville for the whole process.
Yeah.
But it's good. Have a great game, and I hope the NAL does well next year.
Now, did we have a microphone there for anybody that wanted to ask you any questions? Because I know there's a couple of questions that were out there.
Now.
That wasn't the mic that you guys had on there, no?
No, we'll give them mine. Well, don't worry, they can come up here.
Chris, did you have a question over there? I know you had a question.
We got questions right here.
That's
They can
just
take
TP.
my mic and ask the question.
Yeah. I mean, I agree
Now,
with you.
here,
I
let me
agree
tell
with
you,
Gary's
the only
perspective.
question I can't answer is coaching questions, because we didn't have our coaches exit poll. So, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, we got some guys that do great things on this team as coaches in their position and stuff. But as far as the coaches situation, that's the only question I can't ask. If you ask, is Coach such and such coming back? We got to have an exit thing with the coaches before I talk about that.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I
We
know.
good? Any other question I'll take.
That's Coach's wife.
I know. No, just comments that I really don't.
Oh, I shot down this
share.
one question.
No, there's comments that I just don't want to share. You know, I like to try and stay positive, on a positive note. Although,
lot of thank yous to Nate.
a lot of
and
thank
that's
yous to
good.
Nate.
So,
Nate, where are you at, Nate? Nate, you are a man's man, according to Joshua Jackson up there, the announcer in Jacksonville. You are a man's man, which you're right. He is. He's a hell of a guy, and appreciate that. Where were we at? All this, da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Darius, I see the stuff you're putting up here. I'm not even going to go over it. But we're not even up here talking about disrespect, right?
No.
It just didn't gel. It's just the way it went. So it was on both sides. It was everybody. We can point fingers at each other all day long. It is what it is, Darius. So I'll still buy you a shot of tequila when I see you at the bar.
Oh, absolutely. What we got here? Going to the AFL is going to prove to be a big mistake. I'll always love the Preds. Arena football statement. Who is this? Who is that? Arena. There's no name. It's just an arena football statement.
I don't know.
So it's like, I don't know. Show yourself. But
What's the question?
Mike.
What's
who's
the
got a question?
Mike Blanchett has a. Mikey has a question. Mikey Blanchett has a question.
What is it?
Where's it at? Where's it
Did
at?
I get fired? Did he get fired?
No, we're trying to get your cards made up.
Yeah, as soon as you get your cards, we'll have you over.
Nope.
If you don't get your card,
Let's be honest. Come on.
hey, I want to give a big shout out to Campus Customs. They did an unbelievable job this year for us doing our merchandise. It was phenomenal. They had really good stuff.
All of our sponsors there. Rothman's taking care of all the players.
Yep, put that back up. Why does it keep going away, Johnny boy? Armor Roofing and Home Improvements. You need a roof? Call Armor Roofing. They were a great sponsor this year.
Domino's.
I don't know how they ended up in, and I'll talk about that. I don't know how they kept ending up in different seats instead of getting the same seats.
Yeah.
And I don't think they know, but I'll be honest with you, there's certain things that Nate and I, we try not to get involved in. We don't even know about until we hear something. We assume that you would be in the same seats each time, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. No.
Couple
And then-
questions
Who else
here.
we got there?
We
We
got-
got Cycle Fever TV, who does the live streaming, does this show, does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And without Cycle Fever, which is a lot of things we do downtown and all that stuff, events, we're always there. And when I say we, the four of us have been Cycle Fever, but we're also the Predators now. So.
Yeah. And Mikey, Raylan.
And Mikey, Raylan.
We got Domino's. Thank you for stepping up.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was great. We appreciate that. Walk-ons. Thank you. Paul Gatewood, Sidell Law. You guys.
Oh, you guys were awesome.
Know, you know Nick. You know him when you hear him. So, yep, him and Donnie did a great job.
One of the things I promise everybody, I'm not going to see that pee going up and down as much during the game. Drives me freaking crazy.
Yeah, drive me crazy too.
Oh,
I'm
it drives
watching,
me
what the hell
crazy.
is
But I
that?
don't know why. But
All right.
we're gonna put a kibosh to that thing.
All right. There's a couple of questions here. Let's see. How hard was it to deal with all the injuries this season, John?
Well, I mean, look at Bane. I mean,
that's
that
Bane.
you start with Bane right there. That changed the whole team. First of all, with him going down, and it just was ugly. You know what I mean? But yeah, you got a lot of injuries, bruises. You know, Tolbert not playing. You had Randall gone.
Started with the first game of the season.
You know,
Trayvon Hicks.
Yeah, I mean,
Hollis went down.
and I'll be honest with you. I'll talk a little
Hollis,
thing.
Randall.
Yeah.
I'll talk. Actually, I'll talk about this. Me and Prince had a nice conversation when he showed up at the airport.
Yep.
No?
You know what I'm talking about, Prince, right? So
He's
we had
watching.
a nice conversation that Iron Man, to me, I don't like the Iron Man situation. And I'll tell you why. I know the AFL's bringing back Iron Man and stuff, and I'm going to voice my opinion. And I told Prince I was going to voice my opinion. It's okay for the receivers and for your defensive backs. Defensive backs get excited. They get to, a receiver gets to go play defensive back, stuff like that. But when you have a 360-pound lineman, okay, that all his life he was a defensive guy. And then you have a 360-pound offensive guy that all his life he was an offensive player. And they're switching spots, and they're tired, okay?
They don't come off the
They're
field.
going both ways. And then you have the kickoff, and they have to run down, okay? That's where the injuries happen.
Yep.
And I'm going to voice my opinion on that because it's only good for the backs and stuff like that. It's not good for the
linemen.
interior linemen, and that's how players get hurt. So that's my opinion on the.
And, I mean, honestly, I think really you guys as fans, you just want a good game. I mean, as long as an offense is on there, and a defense is on there, special teams are on there, I don't think you care that they went back and forth and played the whole game. And I think more rested players make for better plays.
And I just don't. I don't want injuries. You know what I mean? I don't want these big linemen. And it's normally those guys who get hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because as they're getting tired, they're not thinking, and then they try to take a step, and then the other guy. So what happens sometimes is you're going against a
Okay,
one
I'll
way,
ask it.
and then you're playing both ways. And when you go against that one-way player, the two-way player got hurt. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just to save injuries. I'm neither here nor there on the Iron Man. I'd rather not have injuries. If they want to make it where the backs and the receivers, it wouldn't affect them. They don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the interior line, that's where the problem.
Yeah.
We got a question
Well, we love
here.
the Nets. We're keeping those.
I'm keeping the Nets. Another question here, but first I want to say hi to Bob Fryer. Bob Fryer in the house.
Absolutely.
Bob Fryer's in the house.
Bob got us on the news there. Finally got us on 6 and 9, right? Not 9.
Not 9.
Not 9.
6.
9 wouldn't do it.
All the stations,
35.
all the stations that don't know him let us on.
Oh.
There you go.
Bastard.
Wanted to give you a shout out. Scott O'Lane wants to know how's Baines doing
Rehab?
with his rehab.
Bain is doing very well with his rehab. In fact, when I talked to him 2 weeks ago, the rehab, they told him he's ahead of pace. And that's what you expect from someone like him. He's mentally tough, driven, an athlete. So yeah, he's doing better than expected. In fact, he was trying to weasel his way back onto the team for the playoff game. He was.
That doesn't surprise me. He's a competitor.
Allie
He's a
told
competitor.
him he couldn't do it, I think. She was the voice of reason on that one.
Shout out Zach Brown's watching tonight. Zach Brown is watching.
There you go.
So let's see. There's a
Yeah, good luck.
what was there?
We said that numerous times.
Question probably for you, John. It says, tell us about this AFL because there isn't much out there. Can you give any info right now about what's going on?
Okay, so when somebody says there's not much out there, we had more publicity from the AFL in 2 weeks than I have had from the NAL in the 4 or 3 years I've been here, to be honest with you. You know, it was on ESPN, it's been on everything. Now, you're going to have doubters, and I get it, okay? And I'm okay with the doubters, but everybody's trying to I called this guy, I called that guy, call the Amway, find out, they will go, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't need to tell them. The Orlando Predators are here, you know what I mean? We're just playing in a different league now, and it's a different upper league. It's a whole nother level of football. We're going to get better players, we're going to get better coaches, we're going to get better everything. And not saying that some of our players and some of our coaches aren't going to move up with us, but we're going to have a lot of different choices now.
Now there is one. Who will the Predators' rival be next year in the AFL? Can I answer that? Everybody that's on the other side of the ball.
Hey, all six.
Come on.
Hey,
Everybody
we'll
that's
start
on the other
off
side
with
of the
all
ball.
6 teams to come to us.
You know.
Yep.
As a shark right there, that one.
We got it. Listen, we got to shout this one out to IT. Reggie says that IT knows his stuff.
Yep.
So we'll give you a little kudos, a little love.
Shout out.
Give
Little
IT,
shout out.
give IT a little
John.
love.
Yep.
Now
he
get
does.
to work.
We won't bring up last week, but that wasn't John T's fault.
That wasn't John's fault. That was 4K or something. Yep, we got it all handled. He got it all fixed.
Something's wrong with my mic. What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, John. Where were you looking? Right there?
Hey, and I'll be honest with you, the Breakdown Live show has been growing phenomenally. A lot of people have been watching, and they take interest. And I hope we're talking about the right things. I mean, I know, we talk about the players, but I'm talking about the league. I'm talking about stuff. To be honest with you, with Antonio Brown, he pissed me off. I was sticking up for the NAL. You know what I mean?
No, you were told him to get out of our league.
And I'll stick up for anything that I'm a part of. And if I don't know something, I'm not going to say anything about it.
That's true.
You don't know what to read. And as far as Desmond Howard, Maxwell. Sorry, Desmond Maxwell. He put out a long post, and mostly what he said was true. But it was a whole series of things, and I just want to say that. And then I know some people were saying stuff about Cato. I would have been pissed if I was a fan because I was pissed, and I'm the owner, that he didn't go out on the field. So
I'll say this.
What? Yeah.
I'll say this. What happened in the locker room?
I get it.
Whatever happened in the locker room, I don't know the whole story. So
yeah, we weren't there.
It was okay that he was mad at something happened in the locker room. I'm okay with that. So whatever set him off, he probably had a right to be upset. I don't know for sure. But I don't care about that once it comes out to the field. That's what I care about. You get paid to play. You get paid when a coach or a GM or an owner tells you to get on the field. You need to get on the field and not let down your teammates. This is why we love sports, right? Underdogs can win. It can happen all the time. But you got to be in the game to make it happen, and that's all.
Hey, I got right here. Jonathan Bain is watching tonight.
Hey, buddy.
And he says rehab is going awesome. Looking to make a full recovery in the near future. I really appreciate all the love.
All right, let's give it
All right,
let's give it
Jonathan.
up to Jonathan.
All right, hey,
And Allie. And Allie.
I want to tell Jonathan this on the phone. You know, no one ever asked about what player were they talking about. Starks. You know, there was a big rumor, Starks. Shawn came up to me, talked to Jonathan, told me what Jonathan said, and it was over.
That was the only time that you guys.
That's the only time
stepped in.
That
on
was
a
the
coach.
only other time that I stepped in and made a decision and said it's not happening. And that's how that went by the wayside. Now I'll go a step further.
gonna go to
I
that
didn't
one.
know.
Which one? That
Okay,
one?
I didn't know that if we even did think about picking them up, they could challenge it within 24 hours, and you wouldn't have them anyway. But after I talked to Shawn, talked to Jonathan, Shawn came to me, brought me what was said. I put a kibosh to it instantly. I want you to know that, Jonathan.
We got Lonnie Outlaw watching too. This is Outlaw, baby. So we got a lot
love Ronnie.
a lot of people, a lot of
Lonnie.
fans, and a lot of players
Hey.
watching tonight. We also got
Lisa, I see you out there. Lisa, you're absolutely right. Bain would be a great coach. But let's get him back as a quarterback first. And then let him start working on his coaching. And we would love to have him here as a coach.
I would love to see Bain back as our quarterback, wouldn't you guys? Absolutely.
Oh, Mikey wants to know if he gets a raise.
Yeah. After he gets his business cards, we'll talk.
Let's see, what do we got here?
Yes, there is more money for the players. Trevor Williams is asking, hopefully there's more money for the players in the AFL.
Absolutely. It'll be a higher pay scale for the players in the league. Actually, a lot more for the players. Pay scale.
You know what I need? I need those little footballs that I can throw here. You know, just at Chris over
I was
there.
gonna say,
Just
are
at
you gonna
Chris.
throw
I
it
just
at
want to throw him at
Chris?
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris goes like, Pat, not all the comments are bad. I didn't say they were bad. It's some of the comments. There are so many people commenting in. It's blowing through.
Yeah.
And I have to
Well,
go
that's
back
good.
and I
I'm
miss
glad
it.
people are commenting.
Yeah, without a doubt.
That means
I mean,
people are
I can't
watching.
catch 'em
People
all.
are paying attention.
I can't catch them all.
I don't have to hear
Yeah,
the Predators are
Which
back.
one?
Screenshot.
Really? They're playing
Screen
again?
that one too.
All right, come on, Ashley. I know you got some sort of a question. You text one. Where's Ashley?
Where's their question?
Where's Ashley at? Oh, right there. Funny how AB has completely dropped off the planet.
I think he's on that show on Mars.
Was
AB.
it? Isn't he on Big Brother or
Yeah.
something right now?
Is that what it
Maybe.
is?
Survivor Series,
So-
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's gone quiet. What we got there? Glad to hear you're doing good, Bane. Rest up, absolutely. What we got there?
You know what? So Ashley said, we kind of knew how Cato was. So, you know, why cut Southwick and keep Cato? Actually, we brought Cato back, which might have been even worse. We didn't cut him. We brought him back. But again, we let the coaches.
We don't, like we said, we don't, you know, that was the coaches. Coaches made that decision on their own. We try not to get involved in that. But I can tell you what I tell you ahead of time. It's going to be a little different this year. You know, where I'm going to watch film. I'm going to see some players, and I'm going to get involved in the executive decisions of some players that play on our team. Yeah, I mean, a lot of you guys don't know my personal life, but I've been a winner pretty much all my life. And I'm not used to losing. I don't like losing. You know, I used to tell parents, like, you know, in Pop Warner in high school, it's not fun losing. Losing is not fun. I said, as you win, people have more fun. It creates and we never got on that roll to even help with the little craziness and animosity going on. Because if we kept winning, all that shit would have went away. You know what I mean? But when you got that going on, plus you're losing, yeah, it was not a good concoction.
We answered that. Wait. John, when will the AFL season start? Next year, March or April?
Thank you guys for coming, chum.
Hey, you
You
guys
leaving, Scott?
leaving?
You guys leaving?
I see her packing. Oh, I thought she was leaving.
Oh, no, they're staying. Yeah, they're
It's
staying
got a
for couple
potty
more.
break.
I saw her picking up the thing. I was like,
Hey,
oh, they're leaving.
hey, someone throw popcorn this way, right there.
Please.
I tried. I went to
Right
see if they
there.
had. They didn't have any popcorn. I asked.
There it is.
Where's that microphone for Norma?
Wait. So about the AFL question, Skylar. Right now, it looks like it'll be the same schedule we have, right? It'll look like April through August. So
Yep.
far, that's
yes.
what
April through August.
what we're looking at.
10 games, 6 home, 4 away. There'll be a playoff game, championship game,
Oh, as that.
and then an all-star game,
2 preseasons.
and 2 preseason games.
All right. Now there is a question right there. I will ask. It's a comment from Chris Waltrip there. It says we should have brought back LaCree.
We should have brought back McCree.
Now, that's all a coach's decision.
Yep, that's all the coach's decision. And looking back, here, I'll give me a Monday night quarterback too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we should have brought him back. We had somebody that didn't play. We should have brought
We
Looker.
should have brought him back.
Should have brought my grandmother.
Yeah, anybody.
As
Chris.
a matter of fact, I talked to him today.
She's 103, but she can scramble. She's it.
She can't go deep no
Yeah,
more.
you know what I mean. That's not us.
Chris, Christopher. I'll tell you.
What are you asking?
Didn't
What are you
they bring it
asking?
up there earlier? They said Nate and John both said all the player personnel is up to the coach. It's not up to John. It's not up to Shawn. It's not up
Well,
to.
like we said,
It was-
the only thing we did was brought in the 4 Albany players and Ware. That's the only thing we did.
And the Bane. That was the only
and
thing
put the
that were
kibosh
stepped in.
to
Yeah. Starks.
You
Starks.
can yell at me. That's okay. I just don't want your daughter to kick my ass. All right. I'm just saying. She already threatened to kick my ass.
Lonnie's asking if the AFL will be Iron Man also. As of right now,
Yes,
it will be. But
but I'm going to voice my opinion.
Yeah.
I just told it on here. You know, I don't hold anything back. I'm going to support whatever all the
Whatever they go with.
the league decides. But I'm going to put my opinion in because I was talked into it by I'll bring up the commissioner. Nate knows. It's the way they all want it. I don't know if 90% of the people really understand what Iron Man really means. You know what I mean? Because you can have a specialty player go in and out, but besides the line, that's the ones that I'm concerned about. I'm going to voice my opinion. And I really don't even think we need the Iron Man for it to be but we need the Nets. The Nets must stay, which will be here. But if the league decides on Iron Man, then it's Iron Man. The only thing about Iron Man, you'll have a little bit harder time making sure who can do what. But it's just talking to the athletes that play it. They rather not have the big guys go both ways. Shawn says Samsung. I don't think they asked the question.
Oh, Richard. Yeah, Richard.
No. Actually, I got this info from Richard.
Oh.
This here is from Tom Traver. Tom Traver made this here years
Design?
ago, and it was sort of like a down payment. It was a barter deal for his Pred mask.
Oh, you had a barter for it. It was a head.
But this is amazing, Tom. I can see it on the front of your truck. I really can. He's got a Predator truck. And he's
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, he's an insane fan. I love him. He's great. They don't get much better. Except for he doesn't
But here,
show
I got a
up.
question for you, for our fans and people that are watching. What can we do for our show? Forget about the team. For our show that we put on. You know, we bring the dancers out, the bikes, the the girls go out there on the field or have? What can we do better to make the entertainment besides the game better? Anybody got a? Yeah,
what would you like
what would
to
you
see?
guys
What would you like
to
to see on the show? What would you like the Breakdown Live to bring to be more entertaining and more informative to you, the fans?
What?
Game.
Beers.
To the game. Players,
Players.
Hey,
they get tired of hearing the same coach say the same thing every week. Trust the process. Trust the process.
you know what?
And he had all good intentions.
You're absolutely right. There should have been players out here. There should have been dancers out here.
Well, see, and here's the thing, and I'll be honest with
And we
you.
run
Now, another thing is, next year, they won't have a choice. This will be part of the contract of fulfillment is to be out here. Now, we may have to have we may have to do it on Tuesdays and not Mondays, or we're going to get Laura to change her schedule that the dancers don't do it on Monday, because we can't get dancers out here during Monday. But Laura thinks it's okay for me to change the show, not her change the practice.
Speaking of,
I think Laura's going to win.
See? She's shaking her head. I'm not doing Monday nights. I'm not changing Monday.
We do have the number one.
Yeah, but we're going to have to wait a
dance
day
director for
after the game, you know what I mean? But we got to figure that out. Or she loses one girl for one practice every week. That's all.
Oh.
We'll figure it out.
You
But
can work it out
there'll be
tonight.
a girl on the show, there'll be a dancer, and there'll be a player.
Laura Constantini is in the house.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah, she is.
She is in the house tonight.
Hey, and by far, the best dance team in the league.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
You know, for those of you who don't know, I also want Dr. Whitner's here. He takes care of all the players for us, gets them ready. Thanks, Doc. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it,
He's
Doc,
there for
everything
every
you do.
game, keeping the guys tuned up. Yep, he's got the cryo, he's got chiropractors, so
We
He
got, a
hears
lot,
some of the shit in the that's going on too. He's like, whoa.
we got a lot of celebrities in the house
we
tonight.
got
A lot of celebrities in the house
So
tonight.
now it's off season.
We got
maybe I
a lot
can
of
get into
super
Doc.
fans in the
I
house
can get in to see
tonight.
Doc now.
Mike Toole, Lori. God, name
Who else? We got it. Hey,
Ashley Marie's here.
Hey,
Richard?
my wife said thanks, Doc. Golly goes, thanks, Doc. Of course, she knows about the cryo machines. with
Christopher
our daughters,
Waltrip's
right?
in the house tonight with Norma. I'm not going to mention her name. She's threatened to kick my ass. I'm not going to mention her name.
No, don't do that to me.
we got the Grinch in the house. We got the Elf in the house.
Yeah.
We got who else?
And then we got their better halves in the house.
Absolutely. Nate Starling. We got Barb Starling in the house. We got
Yeah.
Pam in the
Yeah.
house.
And then look at
Mary
this.
Lobianco is here tonight.
Alan,
Alan
as
Claude
Claw,
Duckworth, who was
Scott,
on.
his
Scott was
chum, Area, his little chum. We got them all here. Everybody, which we really thank you for coming out, buddy.
Without a
you
doubt.
And Area,
Hey,
thank
and
you guys. That's very nice.
yes, thank you
We
all.
always have a blast with them. I'm not going to say where we meet Scott before the games. Should I say where we meet Scott? The
the
arena.
bar. The bar.
Oh, the
Not
bar
the arena.
at the arena.
The bar.
That's where we
Hey,
always- that's
Shawn
where we
can't
run into
remember the
Scott.
name of the bar.
But I can remember my drink.
It's the bar. Hey, they're
They're
awesome.
fantastic to us. So, and that's where we run into Scott. So,
Yes.
and
Scott's
over there
always
the
hanging
bar.
at the bar doing
He's
a
always
shot.
at the bar. Yep, that's where we see him.
I don't know what the hell you were doing, but then we did another one.
and
It's just when Little Chum got involved, we got a little nervous.
Yeah.
and I do
She
want
started
to
doing shots. I was like, I'm out.
shout out to one of my number one fans, Mariah, over there as well. I know she's one of my number one fans. She threatens to kick my ass all the time, but I know she loves me. Let's see. Tom Traver, any chances?
I got a little thing about betting. They said, clear up. Yes, there will be betting in the AFL. They will have a line, and you can bet on the games.
Benny?
Yes,
Betting?
betting.
That's it.
Oh, betting.
Gambling.
Benny was going to be there.
There will be gambling on the games. Yes.
Sir, what do we got? Big
You know
shout
what?
out to Mary Beth. Mary Beth is, from what I understand, I don't know. My wife has been telling me Mary Beth's been in the hospital.
Oh,
lately.
yeah,
She's
she was
been
very sick. Had
Big shout
salmonella
out.
poisoning for a couple weeks.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Was not good. Was
Well,
not good.
No, but she's out
All the-
now.
all the
and
best.
Feeling better.
Somebody shouted out prices. They're only going up $100 a ticket. Got awfully quiet over there. No,
Hey, you wanted to know how we're playing the players more,
that's
right?
You
What are we
guys-
going to do?
You want players? No. Ticket prices will be about what they are now.
Except the
close now.
front row.
First front row is going to go up. And then
Most of them will be the same.
what'll change is if we implement the
Concert
concert
series.
series. And that'll be one or two. You have no idea what's coming.
Yeah, and that
No
won't
idea.
affect anybody who already bought season tickets. It won't
Yeah,
matter.
if you already got your season tickets, you're grandfathered in.
Yep, we're done.
So you
You've
won't
already
even
got
get
it.
hit with anything. So you get a concert for that price.
And Mike Toole, I agree with you 100%. We need a breakdown special on beers. Breakdown live special on
Breakdown
beers.
special on beers.
Yeah, hey, and believe me, that's one thing I wish I could control a little bit is somehow what the Amway charges, but we have no control over that. But we do have control that maybe we can get more people to visit Big Storm, and we can do something there, before the game. Block parties when Church Street opens up. We have a good rapport with a lot of the restaurants down at Church Street,
say who my wife
but
was.
they're closing. They're redoing it all. But when they do finally open up, that'll be great for us because we have an in with a bunch of them.
Now, Colleen Knapp wants to comment there. Post Malone? Question mark.
Colleen wants Post Malone.
Post Malone?
Yeah,
It's a great idea.
Oh,
yeah,
who's that? Is that your wife?
yeah,
Yeah, she said it Post Malone.
Yeah.
Is she addicted?
yeah. I got nervous when I found out there was Cougars for Post Malone out there.
Skylar Lane just tuned in late, LOL. Well, we start at 8 o'clock. I think it's late enough. Come on. What time we start, Skylar.
Well, first of all, we only do about an hour show, so we're going to wind this down soon. But I hope we answered all the questions we possibly could. There'll be more things to come.
And Mike.
In the off season, we're going to take the rest of this month off. We'll be back probably the third Monday of every month. Unless it's the Monday when I come back from Italy. I don't know about that one because I'm going on vacation.
Now that the season's over, when's going to be the next show? Are we going to do one
So-
next week after the...
Yeah, but I want everybody to know
Once a month.
the season just began today. The season's not over. All the process for us just started today. We got a million things to accomplish over the next few months before our first game.
Say who she wants.
Jennifer wants to know Aerosmith?
Aerosmith, here she goes.
But
Hey,
between
she don't want me to spend any money, but she wants Aerosmith.
between her and Colleen, we're out before we started.
Damn it. Hey, we do have plans for some really cool things. I know I started it last year saying it, but we will.
What's
You'll be amazed when we announce who's coming this year.
Yeah, and again, we're taking a little hiatus, but we're going to be back, so we'll keep you updated on the AFL. And then if something comes in between our shows, we'll post it. We'll
Hey,
let you
and
know.
we talked about it. The Amway approved it about putting the AFL flags back up, the championship flags. So we'll put those back up. That they approved it. They said yes, and now we can put those two flags back up because we're back in the AFL. What else?
That's it.
I think that's it. That's all I got.
You
That's
know,
all I got,
I hope I was pretty detailed, and I do wish all the best for the NAL.
Yep.
But we're out.
AFL bound.
All right. Well, there you go.
We want a little highlight film there, get the fans, to see some stuff that happened during the season. But I'm good. Anything else, or we're signing out?
you have
We're
a question?
signing out. We want to thank everybody.
Oh.
We appreciate it.
What's he?
We may have a question. Suggestions.
Let's hear some suggestions. Yeah, about to make it better.
Bus trips, we're going to leave that up to the fan base.
Well, so
Not doing it. Not doing
here's
it.
here's the thing with the bus trips. How do I put this?
I'll tell you how. We're in business
I'm going
to
be
make
simple.
money.
This is a business too, right? So, but it's not a losing proposition, which
Well,
I don't
it is a
like.
losing proposition,
I
but
don't
we're not
like.
gonna
But
ask you.
I think if we put the right team on the field, doing a bus to an away game is not a problem. Doing it when we have the core people that we have to get on a bus, it's not possible. But if we're playing good, playing well, and a lot of people are willing to travel with us, we'll get a bus. You know what I mean? They'll give us a discount and we'll get a bus. But there's a number that we have to hit. You know what I mean? Because me and Shawn don't want to be the only ones on the bus.
Or we're taking it short. Hey,
Right? What?
who's beyond the walls?
Who's
Who's
beyond
beyond
the
the
wall?
walls arena football?
Who is that?
Who is that?
It's
'Cause
what?
You're just listen, dude.
Wait. Let me read it.
At least he can spell the word. I don't know.
Beyond the walls. Now you.
Yeah, it ain't even worth reading.
I'm not even
Dude,
going to read it. Hey,
you know what? I will
hey,
fight
hold
you
on.
on. You
Hey,
can come
now,
on with
now I'm
Greg.
ready. Ready? Because
Come on.
remember, this is our show. It's not NALs.
Nope.
It's not AFLs.
No.
It's the Breakdown Live. Did you see that? Did you see what
Yeah.
he just did?
Yeah, beyond the walls.
Yeah, because if we posted this,
Come on out here and see what you got behind the balls.
Yeah, beyond the walls.
Yeah. I don't
You're an
That's
idiot.
that's a real adult to do that, right?
Yeah. Stupid.
Beyond the walls.
We tried.
All right, so there's another thing I want to do. Here's what I want to do. We'll get a list, Shawn. They're gonna send us a list, because I'll tell you what. I went to people afterwards that one game where it said a certain size poster, and then people brought that size poster in, right? And then
They were
they
turned
went
down.
to another size poster. And I said, who told you that? You did. You guys did. I go, who's you guys? We didn't tell them that. And then they said it was an accident, it was left over. But do me a favor. Let's figure out what you guys want to bring into the game. And before the season, I will get with the Amway. Shawn will get the Amway. We'll make a list and say, this is what we want. We pay enough to play there. We should be able to bring in some things. I mean, and it's right. I'm going to tell them that. It's nothing that's not been brought in for years and years. Yeah, and that's the other thing. And that they're good things, and we'll write them down. That the front gate and the back gate have to be on the same page. And,
I didn't know that it wasn't open after the game. All right. That's all the stuff we need you to put down. We went to them.
I want to be honest with you. I didn't know anything about that.
We'll
Nate,
go on with a list.
Nate,
Give us
I don't know if Nate knew about it either. Did you know they closed the bridge when they sign autographs and stuff? None of them could go across the bridge and get to their car.
Yeah. All right. Well,
But hey, and that's what, that's, do me a favor. Yep, you send emails to Shawn. He'll start putting a list together. And it's nothing that we haven't done. And that's what I mean. Like, so if it's cowbell, whatever we used to bring in to the Amway, and then I'll get with them and, and see what we can get allowed and not allowed. Right? And yeah, and I want you guys to have the most fun you can and bring what, you want into a thing. I don't know. Somebody brought something in last time and I was like, no, you didn't want that. It was something with all bullet holes in it or whatever, and they didn't want it. I was like, whatever. You know what I mean? But let's clear it up before we get there. Yep. We just, like I said, we want to make it more fun. We want, especially if you guys did it in the past. If you did it in the past, we'll bring it up.
worst they can do is say no. So.
What's the name of that thing? Not inside, outside.
That's all.
It was on his.
What's that?
Nothing. I will get to it.
All right.
All right.
All right, but I think we answered all the questions. Everything that you talked about me and Shawn and the organization, I could care less. We're just going to make it better. And
Well, we know you're not true fans. We got our fans.
We're
We
good.
got the people
And
we
then
know.
when we're in the AFL doing our thing, and then you'll go, you'll come up with something else to whine about. You know, and that's one thing. I don't like negative people. I want to be around positive people because positive people get shit done.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, they do. All right. So what's the date? Next one?
Okay, so I will look for the next Breakdown Live. We're going to do is September 18th.
September 18th.
So September 18th, we'll have a Breakdown Live, tell you everything that I've found out, you know, that's going on in the AFL. We'll even bring back things about, like, what we'll try to work on, some things about Amway,
Yep.
you know, what we're allowed to bring in, not bring in, signs, what size, you know, it pisses me off when they said, the Predators said it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Nate. Nate's like, we didn't say any of that. So we're going to be heavily involved to make sure that whatever we say gets done. I'm
you go.
good.
That's it.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
thanks for coming to the Breakdown Live. Let's go, Prince. Go, Prince.